tell me about your new single, Boys and Girls. What is it exactly about? Because I think there are different ways to understand the lyrics around there.
Yeah. So, which part, the verses or the chorus?
The chorus at first.
So yeah. So my uncle used to play football for the Falcons and the Rams, and this team is just all men playing with each other. And then Serena Williams plays tennis. She's amazing. She plays against girls, and there are very few sports that where men and girls play together. So it's just about just the love of activities, pretty much. Yeah.
Nothing about sexuality or
No, that's how my
couples.
mind. My mind. That's your. If your mind saw it that way, that's your mind. My mind just was like just collaborations.
That was just what I was asking myself when boys were playing with boys and girls with girls, and so I was like, what does he actually
No, no,
mean?
it's just collaborations. Just when people collaborate.
Okay. And then the verses of the text, the lyrics.
The what? Oh, the verses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it's just festive, getting ready to go out with your friends. Nothing too deep.
Are you partying a lot?
I used to party more than I party, but I still party quite a bit.
Okay. And do you take care of yourself when you are partying, or do you just do whatever you want to because of the I know paparazzi, for example?
No, you never see me in paparazzi photos that much,
Why?
because I know how to live a private life and a public life, and I keep a good balance on it. Some celebrities call the paparazzi first. I'm not one of those celebrities. I don't even like to consider myself a celebrity. I just like music, and because of my music, people know my name. Very few know my personality, um, and even less know about my life. And I like it that way because my family is private, and my family is my life.
Do you think everybody or every celebrity should take more care of herself and its privacy?
No, sometimes people want that life. I don't want that life. You I like it just how it is. I have privacy. I have a public life. I do a lot of. I try to do as much philanthropy and charity as possible, and I like the balance in my life. But some people really want to live that life, that celebrity paparazzi chicka 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 chicka, and always in the news for. Some people like that, and so to each his own. Right? I'm not judging. I just don't want that life.
In July, there's also a new album coming out. Can you already tell us something about it? Maybe.
Yeah, so I have a new project coming out. It's an album. It's an app. It's a doc. So my album is a doc, and my doc is talking about my company. I have a tech company, and we've made an app and software. So my record is scoring this whole process. So I'm really excited about people not only hearing the music, but checking out the app and the software that we made.
Technique,
Excuse me.
software, app. It's something totally different from music. How that came.
So the app that we made is um, is an app where people can make music with me. So if someone ever wanted me to produce a song for them or do a collaboration with me, not just famous celebrities, just people. This is this app is to help find and discover and create a platform for people to sing, songwrite, rap, um, and like this community of producers. So that's what the app does. But my company, we make a lot of different types of software. We built an operating system. We built artificial intelligence, and I'm really excited about what my company is doing.
So, how would you describe yourself as a musician, an artist, or a multi-talent producer? What is it?
A dreamer, thinker. 'Cause before a long time, I just remembered it was like a couple of, like it was yesterday, a couple of years ago. If I blink and think about it, I was in the projects in a nightmare really, and the way I got out of that nightmare is I dreamt my way out of it. So I didn't get out the projects because I was a rapper. I got out the projects because I was a dreamer. So I'm still a dreamer, and now I'm dreaming about this new project, but it ain't the projects. It's something that could change projects, right? Because I think kids in the projects should learn to write code and build robots and not just rap and play sports anymore.
For example, you're also working as a judge on The Voice UK, right? How do you teach your people in your group to handle the media?
To be themselves, and if you just be yourself, don't don't take it too serious. A lot of times people take the media too serious, and taking the media too serious, you can have crazy results. Um, I don't want to comment on the Trump situation, but that is a perfect example of when you take the media too serious. Now we have a serious thing on our hands. So, and media is a very vague. Um, Media today is not media 1980, 1990 even. Media today is somebody with a blog, somebody with a Twitter page, somebody that comments on the comment. That's media too. Memes are media. So because it's so loose, this term media, you can't take it that serious. The thing to take serious are things that are happening in your community firsthand, right? What's serious is Calais. That's real. What somebody says on Twitter because they're in their room doing whatever they're doing, because they're out in the world, you can't take that serious.
Um, for example, right? Some people are taking it so serious. Why? If we take somebody like Kim Kardashian, she's not a talent. She's not doing something special, but she's always on the media, and the people takes her for everything. So, why is it so today?
Well, that here's what I mean by what I meant by that statement to clear it up a bit. So that was what I you asked me what I tell the contestants in my team. What I tell the contestants in the team is don't take any of this stuff serious. Because what happens is a girl who's 17, 18 years old is on my team. She reads the comments back. You're ugly, you're fat, you're skinny, you can't sing. That hurts them. So from that perspective, don't take that serious. Don't take not that not there's something bigger. Calais. These people have no homes. You have a home, you sing wonderful. Forget what people say on the media. That's specifically what I mean to that. Don't take that serious. I didn't mean that in a vague way. Don't take the media serious. And the extreme of that is when people take the media serious, you have these risings of power to your other point. But that was specifically to what I tell the kids on my team. Because, you know, this year someone on our, not on my team, but someone became suicidal on The Voice this year. So that's not, it's not good. Just the abuse, the verbal abuse that comes it and some people can't handle that. Somebody has to be a voice of reason and let them know that, hey, that's not that's not everything. There's something going on in the world that maybe you're not really, your attention's not on that, but there's big problems out there. This little thing that you might be going through is not really that serious when you if you can empathize in someone else's problems and try to help them solve them. And people that have a lot of media eyeballs can be a source of resolution as well, to bring attention to things that are happening. Maybe some people want to do that, maybe some people don't. I'm not judging. I want to do that. I like to bring attention to issues, especially issues that affect my heart.
If there's so many issues in the world and we have problems in the world, why do you think that people don't take care of it? Really don't take care. We also have whistleblowers and so on. We shouldn't know about the things going on in the world, but it seems like they are pushing it away and just take the tabloid things. Why is that so? Just a generation, I mean.
I think the reality is a hard pill to swallow. I I think it's just a society problem that we have, global society. It's not just an American problem. It's not a German problem. It's not a Middle Eastern problem. It's not a Southeast Asian problem. It's a whole, people as a whole. Um, and it's something that we have to uh, really truly think about, because it's the first time that everyone has a choice to be in a bubble. Like in 1980, when I watched television, I didn't program TV. I didn't program radio. Radio was programmed for me. Maybe that was good, maybe that was bad. The fact is, I got information that someone felt it was is important, because they didn't trust that if I was given the tools that maybe I wouldn't, or maybe we wouldn't, you know, want to swallow reality. For whatever those reasons were, now we have the tools. Now everyone has access to all the important stuff if they choose to surround themselves with it. But that's not the case. People, if you were to get everyone's phones and see what they follow on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, it's nothing important. It's important in their immediate, you know, but it's not issues that are happening in the world that affect everyone. Everyone's not up. There's a small pocket of people, and thank God for those people that are the whistleblowers, the folks that are, you know, against the imbalance of. Um, this is getting political now, and it's totally different than the song I wrote. but, so, you know, but this is what I think about all the time. I don't want to write about this kind of stuff though.
That's what I'm going to ask next. Are you writing songs like this just to make the world more easier, some kind of lighter for the people?
I write songs like this for escape, because for me, I'm always on those issues, right? And I don't want to write and complain about the world. I rather write songs to bring people together. But I want to write a song that says, "Let's come together." I don't want to do that, right? That's like, come on, really, nigga. I want to write a song that just makes people come together because it's a good song. But the majority of times, I'm up on what's going on, and because of that, I get, either upset, sad, emotional about the issues, and then I write songs like this. It's for balance.
Thought so. I don't know if it's also on this single. You sometimes have to stamp parental advisory on
Who?
your You.
Have
On
a
your
standpoint of what?
parental explicit lyrics. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, explicit lyrics?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. What do you think about that? But because if you have it on your CD or and you, but still the teenagers buy it, they want to buy it, they want to have it, and also there's nothing really wrong about your lyrics. So why do you think this is important?
Nowadays?
Yeah.
No, not nowadays. But it's just, if I have a song, we're all intelligent people. If I hear a song and it's like, cause I went to the club and it was on my, I know that person was saying, I can figure it out now. It's like, is it really? Is there any, you know, is it really that to say it? For example, I was driving down the street, going through Hollywood, and I see a big billboard of a guy kissing a guy. But I was going through a gay community, driving home from Santa Monica. To go home, I have to pass through this community. And I see a big billboard of a guy kissing a guy. Is that explicit? But I don't see parental advisory on the billboard. Fact is, there's certain things that are in the world that are okay now. But for some reason, hip hop music still has parental advisory on it. As if people aren't intelligent to know exactly what that person was talking about. More importantly, there's certain places that don't speak English. They don't even know what they're talking about anyways. All they know is they see parental advisory. Which is weird. So, I'm not the most, like, I don't say profane, disrespectful stuff. Like, if I say, I fucking love the world. The fucking world is the best. The world is the best. Fuck everything else. Guess what is going to be on my CD? Parental advisory. That's crazy, actually. If I wrote a song that said, yeah, put them nipples in my face. Yeah, girl, put them nipples in my face. Guess what I don't have on my freaking CD? Parental advisory. Open up them legs, see sunshine. Open up the legs, see sunshine. Guess what I don't have on my freaking CD? Parental advisory. So it isn't even the context. It's the words. Shit, fuck, right? Those two words will get you parental advisory. Doesn't matter how you use them. It's just shit and fuck. You get 5 fucks and like 4 shits. And then boom, there's that sticker. But like I said, the fucking Pope is the best. I love that nigga. Guess what I'm getting on my freaking CD? Parental advisory. I'm like, come on. You guys is crazy. But whatever. There's other things to worry about than a parental advisory sticker.
Received already 7 Grammys. What is it about with the 7 is right, or
Hmm?
with the Grammys? And did you ever heard of Milli Vanilli?
I heard of Milli Vanilli.
What did you hear?
Milli Vanilli?
Yeah.
The guys with the hair?
Yeah.
Blame it on the rain. Those things? Yeah, those guys was dope. At the time, I didn't like Milli Vanilli. But I liked the song, Blame It on the Rain. Um, but if Milli Vanilli was to come out today, that would be pretty big, though. It's just that that point in time, everybody was like, you didn't sing that. They're not even singing. Well, if they would have came out today, they would be like the biggest artist and nobody would care. Because I guarantee you, there's a lot of songs that you think you like that person ain't singing it.
But was it the Grammys? How was it for you to get one, the first one, and then the second one?
So we never dreamt of winning a Grammy. So when we got the Grammy in 2004 for Where's the Love, it meant a lot to us because it was Where's the Love. And we were talking about issues. Like Black Eyed Peas, okay, forget everything you thought because of My Humps and all these other songs. That's not important. We have a career because of a song called Where's the Love, where we wrote about what was going on in the world. That is who we are as people. And we haven't strayed too far from that. Yes, there's songs like Where's the Love? I mean, yes, there's songs like My Humps. Yes. That's cool. But it's what we do with the success. And what we do with the success is we don't always want to talk about things like Where's Love. We want to go out and do things in the world. Like Apple has lots of schools in the Philippines. I have a school in the ghetto that I'm from. We send kids to college. We bail out families from losing their homes. We do. And things like My Humps help us do those things. So the Grammys are great to be acknowledged for your work. And so are things like, um, when you get acknowledged for your philanthropic activities and bringing resolution to folks. But the success of songs like My Humps and um, Boys and Girls helps us sustain our work. But Where's the Love is who we are and how our heart is constructed.
In the 50s, Elvis moved his hips, and it was a big pop scandal. Today, Lenny Kravitz trousers came up. when have you seen it?
No.
Lenny Kravitz. I don't know how to say it. It was like
his pants ripped.
Yeah, ripped. Yeah, and he has nothing under it, and nobody's interested in that anymore. It was just a laugh for one day. Why is it so?
Oh, like I said, the tools. People in the 1950s, you got to imagine, TV was brand new in people's homes. So TV wasn't in your house for 20 years in 1950. Maybe you had a TV set and you've had a TV for 5 years, 10 years maybe. And what was coming into not only your living room but the minds of kids. Parents made love in the bedroom, and any talk of sex was probably a weird thing, right? They explained sex with birds and the bees. They didn't say penis in the vajayjay. He said birds and the bees. Like what? Like, think about how you explained sex to kids back then. It was very like, I can't believe we advanced this much to the point where we all have these tools and everyone is desensitized. It's just the desensitization of a whole entire society. It's just not the hip thrust, or it's everything from seeing and tolerating police brutality, tolerating, senseless children's deaths, tolerating like, babies on the shore of trying to flee from war. Like, we have been so desensitized just to empathize on people going through the harshest stuff. So, yeah, yeah, the 50s is totally different than right now. Think about it. In 1950, when people went to war, in World War II, you didn't see images of it. The Vietnam War was like the first war that was televised. And because of that, and since then, we have moved at a rapid pace to where we could tolerate seeing people dead. That's crazy, actually. So the 50s today, if you compare the 50s to right now, the human mind is totally different. The human heart is even that's the most ridiculous change. But with that being said, in the 50s, there wasn't a black president, right?
Right.
So
You said it, the black president. Your song "It's a New World" wasn't a scandal at all. Everybody was proud of it. We liked it. It was like something real and funny at the same time. But the Dixie Chicks said something against Bush some days ago, and it was a real scandal. They burnt the CDs and something in the States. Why was it like this, although in the same time almost?
well, the Dixie Chicks are like from Texas, right? So Republicans rally together. I don't really know why, because they probably represented, or the people that listened to the Dixie Chicks, their audience probably weren't as free thinking as the Dixie Chicks were. So my audience is free thinking. So if I did It's a New Day or Where's the Love, think about Where's the Love. Came out in 2003. We were going to war, America, with terrorism. And on the song, we said, overseas, we're trying to stop terrorism, but we still have terrorists here living in the USA, the KKK. Right? The USA, the CIA, the Bloods and the Crips and the K. That played on the radio many times a day. Where we said the CIA were terrorists. They played it on the radio. So that's because our audience were free thinkers. And Dixie Chicks' audience probably weren't as free thinkers as the Dixie Chicks were. So it was a clash on how free the mind was. So, yeah. So thank God that our listeners are free thinkers. To the point where I'll say songs, I'll sing lyrics where I'll say, I'm in the club and I'm drinking on da da da, right? And then I'll meet someone and be like, oh my gosh, Will.i.am, I didn't even know you drank. What? I just said it on the song though. I didn't even know it. Oh my gosh, Will, you said a bad word. Well, I curse. You hear it on my records. Yeah, but you don't see me as a person who says bad words. What? I don't know why that is. But if I was like, yo, motherfucker, that's crazy, you'd be like, what, Will? Like, what do you mean? I say that in my songs. I drink, though. Kind of, Mom. I really, kind of. But you know what I mean? I drink, but people don't see it that way. It's crazy.
Mm, you also work with Miley Cyrus, for example. Do you think what she's doing is just an image? You're already laughing. Or is it some kind of feminism? Is it promotion? Or is it...
Like, imagine we were Miley Cyrus. And our whole lives, we were on Disney. And we were told what to do, how to act, how to behave. And then finally, we come out of our show. It's going to be the total opposite. Because there's been something inside of me that's like, and now it's out. Right? And it's a powerful release. Right? It's no different than, if you had an unsettling, it when it releases, it's just going to be extreme. And I'm proud of her for letting out and just breaking through whatever that, coming out of her cocoon. Right? I just hope her. I just hope that she still has the artist in her, so that whatever she comes out with next, we all take her as serious as she is, because she's a great artist.
What is the most important for yourself? Just make music and be an artist, or be interested in the things that goes on in the world?
Right now in my life, things that are going on, and but still have the privilege to make, you know, songs that aren't as heavy. Like doing songs like Boys and Girls is therapeutic for me, because I don't want to get depressed on all the things that are happening in the world, because I pay attention to them, and that'll make somebody depressed. So writing songs like this are good for me. So, or else I'll be like, there's a part of me that's like, there's a part of me that looks at myself and says, we should be starting a revolution somewhere. But I'm happy the way I'm configured right now. And I'm happy with the way I'm configured. It's a perfect balance.
You're from LA. Do you think journalism and paparazzis are still needed in a time where we all have handies and mobile phones and apps, and we all take pictures of ourselves and fake scandals? Do we still need journalism and paparazzis and some normal stuff?
I think we're in a transition, right? The world is moving. So imagine it was 1816. There were no journalists. There was no such thing as that career. Imagine it's 1916. Kind of. There were like um, there were what's it called in the center of the town? They had podiums and that city was called town centers, town halls. There were town halls. There's always been town halls. People would come to the center of the village or the community, and there would be somebody speaking. That was kind of journalism. Right? 1916, nope. And here we are, and 19 like I don't even know when a journalist in a traditional sense birthed. And now that's being disrupted because every single person is a storyteller and a camera. Right? So I think it's this transition to where 10 years from now, Instagram, Facebook, think about Instagram, Facebook. There's people that aren't famous. There's people that have more Instagram followers than Fergie. Like, there's a girl on Instagram that got like 5 million followers. And she don't sing, she don't rap, she don't act. She just on Instagram. Not giving her opinion, she just showing her shape. And that's cool. One point in time, there's going to be one of those people that start putting their opinion. So if you compare Facebook and Instagram that have folks that have millions of followers, then you go to like CSNBC or CNN or Wall Street Journal, and those journalists don't have that many followers. But that media outlet corralled a whole bunch of journalists. But journalists that don't have reach. So we're about to witness a whole new type of media company that's going to be born by aggregating all the millions of followers. Aggregating people that have millions of followers. We haven't seen that yet. Like when you think of journalism, you think of Wall Street Journal, you think of CNN, you think of Bloomberg now, you think of all these different like media hubs. And you don't think of Instagram as a media hub, actually, because people don't really have perspective except for those people that were coined as journalists that then go to Instagram. But Instagram as a whole, so you can have a people's media movement to where folks like you go out and look for folks that have millions of followers and be like, I want you part of my network. But I don't have a perspective. Here's perspective. We need your reach. Right? Because it's this new shape in society that's barely taking shape. Right? And I think right now you have access to the internet. I have access to the internet. But the internet don't know me. Right? What's coming is this new thing that's coming. And that's this artificial intelligence. That's what's coming. And that will change journalism forever. Because right now, if you write a blog, you can't talk to 1 million people at once. You can't have a conversation with 1 million people at the same time. As a journalist, you're limited to who you can respond to when they ask you questions. And what's about to take shape is this artificial intelligence to where that's what you're missing as a journalist. You don't have this entity that could speak for you based on how you framed your questions. After this interview is done, right? Somebody's pulling us out. There's no way for me to continue to have this conversation, except if you had artificial intelligence. Right. So that's what's coming next.
Thank you.